And from the marshal we hear that it's good news indeed. Colonel Custer and the wagon train did win the battle against the renegade Sioux.
Here they come, returning from the battle. Truly a reassuring sight to see those fighting troopers of the 7th Cavalry returning to Frontier Town. It presents a picture that stirs my heart with pride to know that our frontiers are protected by those gallant and brave soldiers coming in under Old Glory, the flag that represents the land of the free and the home of the brave. Commanding the troopers is Colonel George Custer, top officer of the 7th out here on the frontier, formerly a commanding general during the war between the states, in charge of a combat regiment, an officer with a distinguished and active record, holding many honors given for outstanding service. Also, many of the troopers are formerly veterans of the war between the states, serving in the officer ranks, now re-enlisted as enlisted men to serve their country again in a time of need. Others are raw recruits, joining up with the 7th for the thrills and excitement of frontier action, trying to escape from the humdrum of city life. Notice the troopers' horses. Many are remount horses trained at the various remount stations maintained along the frontier by the Army. Others are Indian ponies captured in the heat of battle.
Vous tous, les jeunes qui désirez vivre une aventure, voici votre chance. Le colonel Custer recrute en ce moment des hommes pour sa cavalerie. Voyez le sergent sur le champ d'exercice et obtenez votre fusil et votre équipement.
In the heat of the battle at the ford of the river, many of the people lost their lives. Many of the wagons were burned and destroyed. Colonel Custer lost many of his valued men. So now we're calling for replacements, new recruits, volunteers to join Colonel Custer and his 7th Cavalry. Now, you boys and girls that would like to join Colonel Custer and his 7th, come on out and form a double line in back of the old cannon. Now, there's a shot fired by the marshal. You see the marshal and Colonel Custer sitting there on horseback. That will give you the location of the cannon. So come on out. We're going to need an awful lot of you. Remember, Colonel Custer lost many of his valued men. We've got to have replacements to swell the ranks of Custer's 7th. Line up in back of the cannon. Now, you folks have a look at the old cannon sitting there. Same type of cannon that was used in the Civil War between the states. The old cannon is still in very good working condition, and in just a short while we'll fire a salute that will start the basic training of these new recruits. Anybody else now to fall in line before we fire the salute? We're preparing for the salute at this time, so we'd ask you folks to stay well from in front of the old cannon, unless, of course, you can dodge a 10-pound cannonball. A fellow tried it last week. We buried what was left of him in Boot Hill.